शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. That's all? Okay. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. So my congratulations to all of you for having almost completed this retreat on AMRITABINDHU Upanishad. This Upanishad really it is a Amrita Sagara. So you must be enjoying this Amrita nectar. And Swamiji suggested, requested. So I thought I will share some teaching which generally I share. Swamiji must have talked about this fundamental human problem. What is the solution? And what are the possible obstacles? How to overcome them? So I thought I will share with you the vision of Vedanta, the entire vision of Vedanta briefly. As Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says, Shlokardena pravakshami yaduktam grantha kotibhi brahma satyam jagan mithya jivo brahmeva napara. So what I am teaching in 3-year course, 2-year course, I am telling you in 1 hour. So you are very lucky. So you don't have to go through that. Vedanta is a means of knowledge. Just as my eyes are the means of knowledge for seeing forms and colors, similarly Vedanta is the means of knowing my true nature, which happens to be the true nature of the world and the Lord. And this Vedanta is called Vedanta because it occurs at the end of Vedas. Vedasya antaha Vedantaha is a positional name. Like somebody is called LLB. You know LLB means what? LLB means Lord of the Last Bench. It's a positional name. If somebody is LLB, please excuse me. So Vedanta is the end portion of Vedas. What is the vision of Vedanta regarding moksha, freedom? First of all, Vedanta says that everybody is seeking moksha only. Even though apparently it looks like I am seeking some degree, I am seeking marriage or children, promotion, wealth, etc. But behind all of them, what I am seeking is freedom, moksha. What is moksha? Moksha means bandha nivrittihi moksha. Being free from bondage is called moksha. Now question is, what is the bondage? Different people have different ideas about bondage. But everybody thinks that one is bound. How I am bound, for that description may vary. Somebody says, Swamiji, I have got family responsibility. Somebody will say social responsibility, organizational responsibility. So, different people have got different ideas about bondage. But if we see fundamentally this bondage is my dependence upon the world to be peaceful, secure and happy. This is bondage. I need something to be happy. Some promotion should happen, some sweet I should get, nice bhiksha is there. Somebody was telling nicely, Swamiji, sir, you are teaching Shamadama in the class and you are giving nice bhiksha in the lecture. I said, here you study and there is your exam. So your exam of Shamadama is there, immediate exam. Anyway, so we need something to be happy. In fact, if you are smiling, people will ask in Kannada, Enaitu? Hey, what happened? How come you are so happy? So, we require a reason to be happy. I depend upon the objects, people and situation to be happy. I depend upon this world for my peace. Swamiji, now today there is peace. Why? My spouse has gone. So people say that, Swami, today Shanti, because she is not there or he is not there. So people require some reason, some cause for becoming happy, becoming peaceful, and security also. Swamiji, now I am secure. Why? I have got insurance, It's a very funny thing that insurance makes you feel secure, especially life insurance. Life insurance, how can it make you secure? But still people say, Swamiji, I am secure now. I am insured, therefore secure. So people have some reason. Swamiji, now my pension plan is good. Or now my son has come or my daughter has come, they will take care, therefore I am secure. So I require someone, something to feel secure. By myself I am insecure. This is bondage, otherwise called samsaraha. People think samsara means people around. In Tamil, in fact, samsara means wife. So samsara, where is samsara? So wife is not samsara, husband is not samsara, children are not samsara. Your samsara is your dependence upon the world to be happy, peaceful and secure. If this understanding is there, then you will not blame anybody for your samsara. You have samsara because you have dependence. Nobody is responsible for your samsara. Somebody didn't want to get married and he was forced to marry and then he'll keep on blaming. See, because of you I am samsara, because of you I have samsara. That is wrong. Your samsara is consisting of your dependence upon the world. Or this bondage is also presented as sense of limitation. In Tamil there is a word, korai. Do you know korai? Korai, they call it korai. Korai. Whatever happens, this korai doesn't go away. That emptiness, that something is missing. They present it as a middle age crisis. See, up to a middle age he was busy, getting position, career oriented. Now he has reached whatever he wanted to reach at, he has reached. And still something is missing. So that sense of missing something, whatever I attain, I continue to miss something in my life. I am not complete. I am not okay the way I am now. A bachelor wants to get married thinking that he will be alright after marriage. And married, sometimes wants to go back. So thinking that he will be alright. Or he wants to have children. Then only I will be complete. Then grandchildren. So this sense of limitation continues irrespective of whatever I attain or don't attain. This sense of limitation is bondage. One simple definition of bondage Puja Swami used to give is, bondage is something which you don't want but you find yourself with. What you don't want to have but you see you have, that is bondage. And sense of limitation is this fundamental bondage. Or this bondage can be presented as self non-acceptance. I am not acceptable to myself. I always think I am not okay. I am not okay. And in fact there is a critic sitting inside all the time saying, you are not okay, you are not okay, you are not okay. Outside critics are also there. Spouse is a very good critic. So he will say, you are not. Puja Swami used to say, he said, why do you get married? To have someone who will tell, didn't I tell you? Wife or husband will tell always, didn't I tell you? He said, marriage is for having a person who will say this. So outside critics are there who make me feel unacceptable. But more than that, I myself feel I am not acceptable. So self non-acceptance is bondage. And you know that when self non-acceptance is there, then you want some acceptance. You are not happy being non-acceptable to yourself. Therefore you are seeking acceptance from others. In fact, you want to see yourself to be acceptable through others' eyes. Because in my eyes I am not acceptable. At least others should tell, no, you are acceptable. That is bondage. And this bondage of dependence upon the world to be happy, peaceful, secure, or sense of limitation, or the self non-acceptance can go when I discover my independence, my freedom to be happy, peaceful, secure all the time in all situations. When peace, happiness and security are available to me all the time in all situations, then only I can be free from bondage. Or when I see myself to be free from limitation, limitless, then only I can be free from bondage. Or when I see myself to be completely acceptable, then only I can be free from self non-acceptance, which is bondage. Whichever way you see bondage. So for this bondage to go, I have to see myself to be limitless, ever happy, ever secure, ever peaceful. But if we analyze, no amount of action, no achievement can make me limitless. Why? If I am limited, whatever I achieve by action will also be limited, and limited plus limited is always limited. Finite plus finite is finite. Nasti akritaha kritena means by any amount of karma this limitless cannot be attained. This viveka needs to be there. But if I cannot attain by action this limitlessness, and action seems to be the only means available to me to attain anything. Whatever I have attained in my life is because of some action, either in this life or previous life. So what is the way out? I find myself limited, bound. I can be free from bondage when I see myself to be limitless. But whatever I do, I attain limited only, and therefore I continue to be limited. Then what is the way out? Only possibility is I am limitless. I am Ananda Swarupaha. I am Shanta Swarupaha. I am Abhaya Swarupaha. Ever secure I am. But I do not know this fact. Therefore, I am seeking happiness. I am seeking security. I am seeking peace outside. And that type of situation we have seen in our life. Many times things are there with us and we may be seeking. Puja Swami used to say, the glasses this person has kept like this, and he is seeking, where are my glasses, where are my glasses? Possible. Many times key is there with us. We are seeking. So, that possibility is there. And if that possibility is fact, then only moksha is possible. Then only freedom from bondage in the form of sense of limitation is possible. Otherwise it is not. And Shastra reveals this fact that you are what you are seeking in your life. What a relieving fact. You are what you are seeking in your life. You are seeking happiness. Happiness is your nature. You are seeking peace. It is your nature. You are seeking security. Security, abhaya, is your nature. Like the 10th man story, the 10th man is seeking the 10th man, not knowing that he is the 10th man. Similarly, I am having the sense of bondage because I do not know what really I am. And this answers a possible question. The question will be, if I am happiness, if I am Shantaha, I am Abhaya, then why do I seek? What I have, I generally don't seek. For that answer is that even though I am Shanta Swarupaha, Sukha Swarupaha, but there is ignorance, and ignorance born wrong conclusion about myself, therefore I am seeking what really I am. And in fact, very seeking itself shows that that is your nature, because everything tends to its originality. And your desire for this freedom is natural desire, and that natural desire is suggesting that there is a provision for the solution. And my very desire for this freedom suggests that I must be free. I must be Ananda Swarupa. Even though the main means of knowledge is Shastra only, but all these facts give me the sense of possibility. And Shastra confirms that fact, that you are Ananda, you are Shanta Swarupa. But you may wonder, how I am Shanta Swarupa? For that, the teaching of Vedanta is required. Because you have concluded yourself to be what you are not. What you are, you do not know, and what you are not, you have concluded yourself to be. And therefore Shastra says you require jnanam of your true nature. And that is the teaching of Vedanta. So the fundamental points before coming to the actual teaching are that my bondage is in this form of sense of limitation. My sense of limitation is because of ignorance. Ignorance can go by knowledge, and knowledge can be attained not by perception or inference, is attained by Shastra called Vedanta. If this much clarity is there, then your pursuit will be with sincerity, with perseverance, with continuity. Otherwise people, they come to Vedanta because it seems to be very interesting. But if you do not have this basic clarity, you are not able to connect the teaching of Vedanta with your life, then if you find something more interesting, you will drop Vedanta. So people say, in fact they use this expression, Swamiji, I study Vedanta because there is a lot of fun. They use the word, lot of fun. I somehow am not very happy with that expression. So it's not meant for fun. Sometimes people say, Swamiji, you explained, but there was no fun. I said, Vedanta is not meant for fun. Okay? Not meant for fun. You may get fun. It's a byproduct. It's not meant for that. Vedanta is meant for discovery of the fact that you don't require any external fun. You are the basis of all fun. For that Vedanta is. Anyway, so when certain fundamental points are very clear, then the teaching of Vedanta starts. Now the real movie starts. So far only, that what is called titles come now. In the beginning the titles were there. Now real movie starts. Vedanta starts its teaching by Atma Anatma Viveka, means separating, cognitively separating yourself from what you are not. Why this separation is required? Because there is confusion. Anytime separation is required because confusion is there, mix-up is there. So, in the vision of Shastra, you have this problem of samsara because you have mixed up yourself with what you are not. What you really are is called Atma, and what you are not is called Anatma. So, I Atma, because of the ignorance of I Atma, I identify with, get confused with Anatma. So Atma, Anatma, Aviveka, the confusion between the self and non-self is the cause for your samsara. Therefore, what is to be done? I am given the teaching of cognitively separating myself from what I am not. And that is called, as I said, Atma Anatma Viveka, which is in the form of Drik Drishya Viveka. And the principle used is, whatever I am aware of, I am different from that. I am not limited by that. And this is very clear with reference to the objects of the world. This book in front of me, however dear it is, I am not this book. I am someone who is aware of this book. I am awarer, and this book is something I am aware of. And I don't have a problem with this. I don't have this confusion. I am this book, I don't say. Even with reference to my relatives, my spouse, my children, my parents, however dear they are, but I am very clear. Saha saha eva, aham aham eva. He is he, I am I am. That is when you travel, you don't take one ticket. You cannot, Swamiji, we are one only, so one ticket. So two people, husband and wife, asking for only one ticket. Even though, however, you are me, I am you, all these dialogues are fine in movie. But you are very sure that he is different, I am different. I am drashta, seer, witness, knower, awarer. Whereas my spouse, my children, my house are anatma, non-self. So far no problem. But when it comes to the body, the boundary problem starts. Like China does not claim that Chennai is ours. Doesn't claim, it is very far up. So regarding Chennai there is no conflict. But when it's come to Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, then boundary problem starts. So similarly our body is like Arunachal Pradesh. Boundary problem starts. Why? Because this body, I consider myself to be, I consider this body to be myself, as good as myself. And that is why I have this strong feeling what? I was born on that particular day. 23rd August is my birthday. I am just telling example, okay? My birthday is 22nd September, okay? So I don't know. That's example I am giving. So, this is my birthday. I was born on that day. And we are, now it is a modern problem, this is. Our forefathers did not have this. Modern problem is, my spouse Swamiji does not remember my birthday. Night only I ask, do you know what is special? Today food was good. So wife gets very angry about it, that you don't remember birthday. So big problem. Our forefathers did not have this. In fact, they don't even remember. In olden days, this birthday remembering was not so important. Our one Swamiji was telling that they were studying in one village school, and village school, all the students when they register for the school, everybody will have the same birth date. Teacher in the certificate all the same. The same class, no? Same birthday. So no issue, because they don't remember. So why teacher has to bother about it? Say. But we are very particular. My birthday, In my birthday, what sweet was made? All this becomes so important. How many people wish me? Did not wish. In fact, more is did not wish. This is a human, this is particular, this human psyche. What has happened positively doesn't register so much. What has not happened looms very large. 30 people wish me, it did not make me so happy. But two people did not wish me, make me so unhappy. This is foolishness. We have to acknowledge our foolishness. Alright. So, I am born. That is the issue. Because I consider myself to be as good as this body is. That is one issue. Other issue is my weight issue. If you ask somebody what is your weight, especially when a man is very fat, he doesn't like. So you don't ask such private question, you know. Even after a certain age, you cannot ask, you know, that which year you were born. You cannot ask. What is your age? You cannot ask. You know. Why? Because people don't want to disclose, you know. Birth date, you know. We should not ask. One girl told me, it is Swamiji, to girls you should not ask birth year, and to man you should not ask salary. No. So this is how the rule is. So you should not ask. Because they don't want to disclose. Why are you so protective about it? I can happily told that this body was born in 1962. Okay, this is the birth year. What a big deal. No. People are so particular about it. It shows what? I consider myself to be as good or as bad as this body is. If body has got some health issue, I want to be very, very protective about it. Nobody should know this. All these are showing I consider myself to be as good as the body is. One more problem is what? Gender. Male, female. This male, female, the difference is only at the level of the body. In last Janma, the lady might be a man and man might be a woman. So it is not that eternally you are that, but you identify with this body. And suppose we make some fun about women, women will be very angry. 9th chapter 20, that 27th or some shloka is there. Striyo Vaishya Tatha Shudraha. We expect some stones to come, you know, because people may throw. Because how can you say like this? Women means we should not talk anything. Man we can talk, we can make fun of them because they are used to perhaps. But Swamiji, how can you say women? Because I consider myself to be as good as the body is. One is to see this very intimately. When you see your bondage clearly, then you will understand freedom clearly. You see that. See, because of this notion I am suffering. Now here Shastra tells that just as this pot you are aware of, therefore you are not pot. Similarly, body is also something you are aware of. Then how can you be this body? You are the knower of this body, you are not the body. It is such a relieving fact that I am someone who is manifesting through the body, I am not the body. Body was born, body will die, I am not going to die. Body is male or female, I am free from any gender. Body is dark and fair, I don't have to use all fair and lovely cream to make myself fair. No, I am objective. Outcome of understanding is objectivity in your outlook. And then similarly sense organs you are aware of, eyes, ears, nose, tongue you are aware of. And the next one is the mind. Most of the seekers have got one big issue. Swamiji, my mind is such a big problem. No. In fact, there are some common questions after Bhiksha. No? When we go for Bhiksha, after Bhiksha they will ask for the, the return. Written is some questions. So we have to answer. They don't give free lunch. And some people are very intelligent. They think that after Bhiksha, Swamiji will go away. So before Bhiksha only they send me some satsang. Advance payment. And in that type of satsang, some common questions are there. Prarabdha, Purushartha, common question. And one question is this: Swamiji, how to control my mind? I have no other problem. Only my mind is a problem. It's all the time restless. And so mind is a very, very big issue. Puja Swamiji used to say, this mind has become a multi-billion business. Because based on this mind problem alone, there are so-called gurus, they will say, we'll give you technique to control your mind. You register this particular workshop, seminar, etc. So it has become a business. So mind seems to be a big problem. Means, mind is restless, I am restless. Mind is disturbed, I am disturbed. Mind is dull, I am dull. Therefore in this night satsang, no, this is a big problem. People feel very sleepy, but they are very sympathetic to the teacher. So they try their best. Pinching or whatever, you know. Swamiji should not know that I am feeling sleepy. But sometimes they can't help it. So, and we say that it's okay. Because once upon a time we are also were there, no? Gayal ki gat gayal jane. So, it means what? Hurt, you will know the pain of hurt. Anyway, so, so don't worry, if you feel sleepy, it is alright. Therefore in meditation we switch off lights. Anyway, so we transfer our qualities of the mind on ourselves. Big issue. It takes number of years to come out of this particular problem of transfer of mental qualities on oneself. Whereas Vedanta reveals this vision, Vedanta says this fact that you are Sakshi of the mind. You are someone who are aware of this mind. Same principle. Whatever you are aware of, you are different from that. Therefore, mind is something you are aware of. Mind is a nice movie, you know, you can watch. But you will be able to enjoy watching this movie when you are aware of this fact that it is a movie. Otherwise it will move you. And this teaching of Vedanta makes me relieved that the problems of the mind are the problems of the mind. I am Sakshi of the mind. And therefore, I am free from disturbance, free from raga, dvesha, all. This is the highest objectivity one can have. The height of objectivity is the objectivity with reference to the conditions of the mind. That is the highest objectivity. Most of the people are not objective with reference to their body itself. Highest is this. I am aware, knower of this body. Means I am awarer, and the mind, the sense organs, the body, all of them are something I am aware of. So with reference to what I am aware of, I am called awarer, the knower, jnata. But by myself, what can I say? I am the content of awarer, called awareness. I am awareness. In Sanskrit it is called Chaitanyam. I am Chaitanyam. What is Chaitanyam? The content of the awarer of everything. Chaitanya Swarupaha Atma. In Shiva Sutra also this comes. Chaitanya Swarupaha Atma. I am Chaitanya Swarupaha. Aware of everything. Present in all situations. But not affected, involved by anything. If body has got pain, body has got pain. I am aware of the pain occurring in the body. The mind is disturbed, I am aware of the mind which is disturbed. I am free. So this understanding is the result of Atma Anatma Viveka. I am Chaitanya Swarupaha Atma. Aware of everything, not affected by anything. This understanding itself is very, very relieving understanding. But it is not complete understanding. The best is yet to come. They say the best is yet to come. So Shastra has got something more to reveal. This itself is very good. If one attains this and remains in this, most of the issues are resolved. Why? Mind has problem. I am free. But Shastra says that alright, your consciousness different from the world. Now it includes my body, mind, sense complex. But what is the status of this body, mind, sense complex and all the objects in the world? You have to account for it. Then only your vision is comprehensive. Otherwise it is lopsided. It is part vision. It is not complete vision. It is incomplete. And therefore we have to account for this world. Like in account, you have to account for. Some people, like even sometime I was asked to write account, both sides should be matched, the plus minus, absolutely debit, credit. So every now and then I used to write miscellaneous. Because you forget what to miscellaneous. Not a good account, So you cannot manage with miscellaneous, when you want to have complete vision. So you have to account for the world. Many people don't. And because of that, what happens to them? They will say, Swamiji, after coming to Vedanta, when I am sitting with myself, I am so peaceful, so calm, so happy. But when I have to interact with the world, I am feeling so disturbed, in fact more disturbed than I used to be before coming to Vedanta. So poor Vedanta gets very bad name. What? He said this fellow was okay, but he went to Vedanta and now he doesn't want to interact with anybody. All the time meditation. So people say never go to Vedanta. This happens. Many people say this. Swamiji, I am okay when nobody is around. But that cannot happen all the time. You have to go for food, you have to go for so many things. So you have to interact. And therefore, we need to account for this world. And Shastra gives this teaching. This world is an effect, which is Swamiji very nicely used to present. This world is intelligently put together. And therefore it is karyam. In fact, to establish it is a product, we require a lot of understanding, analysis. But I take it for granted. The world is karyam. Karyam is effect. An effect must have a cause. What is the cause of this world? Science has been trying. What is the cause of this world? And they have not yet found out. They went up to the hypothesis of singularity. Particles also not there. Singularity, if we go by the cosmology. If we go by particle, then they have reached up to string theory. The fundamental is string, which constitute this subatomic particle, etc. Anyway, particle, etc., leave it alone. So, they are trying, but they have not reached. And they cannot reach. Because this, what is the fundamental cause, cannot be known because of certain barriers they have. In cosmology they say the singularity abhors nakedness. Therefore it will not be possible. Vedanta says this world is born of Brahma, born of Ishvara. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantya visamvishanti tad Brahma. That is Brahma. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam. So that is Ishvara, Brahma. And Shastra draws our attention to the fact regarding the nature of this effect and cause. Shastra says, if you analyze, effect does not exist apart from the cause. A pot does not exist apart from clay. Furniture does not exist apart from wood. So this world, being an effect, does not exist apart from Brahma, otherwise called Ishvara. And therefore, just as we can say with reference to pots and clay that all pots are nothing but clay, similarly we can say all that is here is Ishvaraha. That is what is written in the entrance. In the entrance itself we have written, if you see one particular slab is there and that is written, all that is here is Ishvara. Why? Because Ishvara is the cause and the world is effect. Thus, the world is resolved into Ishvaraha, Brahma. Then person will say, what is this Brahman? Then Shastra reveals, this Brahman is Satyam Gnanam Anantam. This Brahman is existence, which is consciousness, which is limitless fullness. Means this Brahman is of the nature of existence. When you say book is, that is indicates the reality which is of the nature of existence. Pot is, that is indicates existence. So Brahman is of the nature of existence. And this existence is not depending upon anyone to be evident. The light of evidence is not coming from anywhere else. It is self-luminous, self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, and that is called Chaitanyam Gnanam. So this Brahman is existence which is consciousness. And this existence, consciousness does not have any limitation, therefore it is Anantam, fullness, which is the basis for all your experiential happiness, therefore otherwise called Ananda. So this Brahman is Sat Chit Ananda. And the next level of teaching is that Sachidananda Brahma alone you are, Tattvamasi. That is the final teaching. You are consciousness manifesting through this individual upadhi, individual body, mind, sense complex. Brahman, Ishvara, is the consciousness manifesting through all upadhis. Both of them are one and the same existence consciousness. So you are that existence consciousness which is there behind every jiva and Ishvara. So you are akhanda, indivisible existence consciousness. Chaitanyam, free from all limitations. I, existence consciousness alone, am available as the entire Jagat, Ishvara and all the jivas. Thus, I am the truth behind Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. This is the vision of Vedanta. All that is here is Ishvara, that Ishvara I am. But Swamiji, how can I be Ishvara? Ishvara is all knowledge, all power, whereas I am small knowledge, small power. Behind this small knowledge, small power, and behind all knowledge, all power, there is only one reality. This small knowledge and all knowledge are only at the level of this upadhi, adjuncts, which is mithya, unreal, because do not have existence apart from their cause. And thus, the reality which is free from all division is revealed as my true nature. I am indivisible, non-dual reality. When I understand this, then I am free from sense of limitation. Time-wise I am limitless because I, existence consciousness, never cease to be. Space-wise, nothing, no space is away from me. Space is, the space cannot exist apart from me who is existence. No object is away from me. Therefore, time-wise, object-wise, time-wise, space-wise and object-wise, I am limitless. And when I understand myself to be limitless, then I am free from sense of limitation, which is called bondage. And when I understand myself to be this limitless reality, I am Ananda Swarupa. I don't depend upon anyone to be happy. I am full. Fullness is my nature. And therefore, my dependence upon the world to be happy goes away. And nothing can affect me. Nothing can make me insecure. I am ever secure. And therefore, my dependence upon the world to be secure goes away. I am always Shanta Swarupaha. Even when the body is disturbed, sense organs are disturbed, mind is disturbed, I, Atma, Brahma Chaitanyam, never disturbed. And therefore what? I am Shanta Swarupaha. I am Shantaha. I am tranquil, not in the absence of disturbance. In spite of this external disturbance or even the disturbance in the mind, I am Shanta Swarupaha. So, I don't have to seek Shanti anywhere. What I was seeking, I find to be myself. I am Shanta Swarupaha. I do not require anything to be truptaha, satisfied. Which Swamiji used to express this very well. He said, I am the meaning of the word satisfaction. I am the meaning of the word satisfaction. I do not have to seek satisfaction. I am the meaning of the word tushtihi, truptihi, ever full. But if you don't understand this, then what? You are fool. That is only this part difference. If you understand, you are full. If you don't understand, what? Fool. One more point and then I will conclude. And that is, Swamiji, this looks very nice. But Swamiji, why it doesn't happen? Then Shastra, like in that some advertisement, that car, that they give that MPH, mile per hour. So that 20 and all this. And in that small that note will be there, what? Conditions apply. So similarly here, Shastra says, for you to be free, no condition. It is not that you are going to become free. Right now, even when you reject this fact, you are free. Your being free is a fact which cannot be changed by anyone, including your Guru. Guru cannot say that nowadays you are not listening to me, give me back your freedom. Guru cannot do that. Your being free is a fact nobody can snatch away from you, including Ishvara. But to understand this fact, abide in this fact, see this as a fact, one requires certain preparedness. And that preparedness is described in Shastra in various ways. Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, viveka, vairagya, shamadhi, shatka sampatti, mumukshutvam. All of you are aware of. Senior students you are. So, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti or chitta shuddhi, chitta naishalyam, purity of the mind, relative freedom from ragadvesha and durita, chitta shuddhi. Chitta naishalyam means the mind is relatively calm. It's a very beautiful thing to observe, note that to understand and abide in this understanding, I am different from this disturbed mind, you require relatively calm mind, the mind which is relatively free from disturbance. Once you discover and assimilate this understanding, then whatever be the disturbance, it doesn't matter. But to discover that effectively, your mind should be relatively free. And that relative freedom from this chitta chanchalyam is called chitta naishalyam. So one requires chitta shuddhi and chitta naishalyam. The purity of the mind, relative purity and relative calmness of the mind. I am telling relative. Don't expect that you require 100% sadhana chatushtaya sampatti to get dhanam. 100% not required. To pass your exam, do you require 100%? Like that only. You don't require 100%. But something should be there. 5%, 10% you will not pass. So similarly, some percentage required. Relative freedom. So that is called preparedness of the mind. And when this preparedness of the mind is there, then you expose yourself to Shastra, which is called Shravanam. You get the vision, and if doubts are there, you resolve by Mananam. And if some habitual error is there, you resolve by Nididhyasanam. By this Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam, you attain this, you own up this vision. I am ever free. So I was to talk about Ashtavakra Gita, but some other time, maybe next camp. Next camp. Next camp we will do it. Thank you all. Namaste. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Okay.